Okay, I'm officially in the camp that I'm worried about this movie. We got a new report today that Captain America Brave New World has undergone a third round of test screenings, and this has facilitated even more changes. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about this report, what's going on with this film, and why, to me, this is a really, really bad sign. Well, it definitely sounds like at this point, Marvel Studios is having issues with Captain America Brave New World. The film itself already got a major set of reshoots and reconstruction due to the worldwide health crisis that facilitated Marvel kind of getting back to the drawing board to focus on quality over quantity. Now, since then, a lot has happened with this film, including 2 rounds of test screenings that both resulted in reshoots, and now it sounds like that's happening again. Now, according to Daniel Rickman, a third round of test screenings for the movie recently took place, and for the third time in a row, the feedback was mostly negative. Now, Rickman believes at this point this is definitely going to mean some more reshoots are going to happen, but we did get recent photos of Anthony Mackie back on set. That was before this story dropped, and Marvel may have already completed the principal photography for any of these changes they're attempting to make. Now, to be fair, these could have been minor pickups, and honestly, seeing Mackie back on set could have even facilitated the scoop itself via some speculation that more changes were taking place. But if it turns out to be true, well, honestly guys, I'm super worried. You know, it is not unusual for movies to have reshoots. Some directors really get away with not having very many. This is something James Gunn is kind of famous for. But in the case of this movie, well, a third round of reshoots really does suggest it has major problems. Now, if you wind back the clock, they did a 90-day reshoot, which was basically a full reshoot of most of the movie, diving into most of those action sequences. And then, apparently, after test screening the reworked movie, well, it needed some more massaging of the plot, much of which I'm hearing was surrounding the introduction of the leader. Now, if it needs a third round of reshoots and corrections, well, that to me absolutely suggests a very systemic issue with their project and something that might not be able to be fixed. Now, like we said, movies get reshoots all the time, but 3 rounds of them is highly suggestive of major problems. And although we've seen the trailer and it doesn't look like special effects are the major problem, or even the costumes, it totally suggests to me that whatever story they're trying to tell, well, it's simply not working, or they've been trying to adjust that story. Remember, Marvel made a lot of behind-the-scenes adjustments, and those adjustments are resulting in a film that's incohesive or simply isn't connecting with audiences. Now, we still have a couple of months before it comes out, and Marvel could do another round of test screenings. But at this point, I'm going to pretty much go on the record that I am genuinely worried about how this movie is going to be received. Honestly, based on the hype I'm seeing online, it definitely has Quantum Mania vibes to me. And that movie really did poorly in theaters, eking out about $35,000 in profit on that massive budget. And with Marvel trying to refocus everything, I do feel like this particular project is so important. If it doesn't work, it could threaten a lot of what Marvel has going on down the road. Now, what the cause of all this is, I don't know. There was recently some debunked rumors that Julius Ona had been replaced as the director of the project, suggesting there could be some behind-the-scene dramas or disconnect between him and Feige. But like I said, that report was debunked, but oftentimes some of these stories are the classic where there's smoke, there's fire, and although there might not have been a full blaze, there might be some problems that story is possibly pointing to fans. Now, Captain America Brave New World is set to hit theaters February the 14th, so we are actually 2 months away from release. If Marvel's making any last-minute tweaks, it really won't alter this that much, so I am hopeful the film does turn out to be okay, but at this point, guys, I'm kind of predicting some problems, and I really don't know if they've been able to make these corrections, especially because the reshoots keep happening. What do you guys think? Do you feel like a third round of reshoots is indicative of a huge problem for Marvel Studios? Or is this just them massaging the final product and sticking closely to that quality over quantity promise they gave us when they rebooted Daredevil? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.